Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we're live! Hello everybody in chat. I'm Magician1099 and I have KrazyCaley in here. Say it.
Hello.
And I thought it'd be fun if we just looked at our final match live. We have the SpyParty VOD from I think KCM is casting along with Track on this. And I thought we just, as we're watching the VOD, we talk about maybe our strategies going in and like what we're thinking, and also commentate on what the commentators are commentating about and whether we agree or stuff. Yes, it is streamception. So, are you ready to press play?
Yep, hit me whenever you're ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's looking like.
Let me know if the audio balances is okay for people in chat.
Magician gets to choose whether he goes first or second because he's in the top spot, I believe.
So yeah, I got to choose who goes first, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
So was there any strategy you had going into the picks and bans, Kaylee?
Not really. I mean, I went in here doing, like, I was happy with my standard issue, like, map preferences against you for the most part.
Yeah, I knew you would ban the 3 of 5s.
Yeah,
And
I always ban the 3 of 5s unless I have a reason not to, like I'm playing bacon or something.
yeah. I really didn't know. Like, I think I picked the maps. I picked and banned the same maps I did when I played you the first time in the league. And I really, like, near the end of the picks and bans, it just kind of, I just picked maps that I thought I'd do okay, but most of the maps that were already picked really favored you, like Pan Up and Veranda, so it already wasn't looking so great for me.
First place. Not really, I wouldn't say convincing.
Yeah, Pan Up and Veranda, I think you banned the
but there's a big gap.
The kind of more like loose versions of those maps, which kind of forces me into the like probably the snipers are gonna win versions of those maps. I thought that was a good choice.
So the picks and bans are coming in. Kaylee, I'm not sure how much of this you covered while I was stepped away, but Kaylee has banned Pub any 3 of 5. Magician bans Panop 5-8, and you can already see them catering against each other's styles here. Kaylee responds by banning High Rise any 3 of 5, another Softail variant. And Magician, right after banning Panop, bans Veranda.
Veranda, 5-8, yeah.
It's utterly predictable.
Yeah, very standard issue.
Play styles in their picks and bans.
Now, one thing that they're confused by is that I did ban New Art Ballroom A48.
Yeah, that was one of the maps I was thinking about choosing, and I think I ended up picking 4-7 for that, right?
Yeah, I felt like against you, I feel like against most competition, I would prefer to play on A48. But against you, I think I had a better chance A47. I feel like I like on A48 against you, I have a pretty good chance of I mean, I have a greater chance than usual perhaps of losing that map straight out. Whereas 4-7, I feel like I feel pretty confident in my ability to split 4-7.
Yeah.
And by banning 5 of 8 on both Panop and Veranda, Kaylee will be forced to choose the inferior versions of the map where it's more likely to get split. 2 sniper wins.
Right.
So that's, yeah. He does end up picking up. Let's see. Kaylee picks Veranda any 5 of 8 doubled, and then Magician's going to get Balcony any 2 of 3 doubled. So.
Yeah, let's talk about Elvis's bookmarks here. Now I'm down with basically all of these. Like he's got Saturday morning breakfast cereal. He's got Perry Bible Fellowship. He's got Penny Arcade. Like this is all solid bookmarks here, Elvis.
10 out of 10.
This kind of cuts against Kaylee a little bit. This format where you have this second round of picks and bans. And the variants not being included, because it's going to force Kaylee to play some maps he has not had to play all year. In this case, obviously, Magician picks Balcony, any 2-3 doubled.
Yeah, Track makes a good point there. I mean, this format kind of forces you to play maps that you probably haven't played all year, just because you have to play almost every map, just the way picks and bans works out.
Yeah, I found, like, I did the similar pattern of maps throughout the league, and I guess that's normal considering how short the matches were, and this is like the big exception.
Indeed. Did we end up playing K2 Double Modern?
No, I'm pretty sure we banned that.
We avoided double.
Oh no, no one banned that. We just didn't pick it at all.
We just didn't pick it. Yeah.
I think Track went.
Picking it, but it's kind of a coin flip.
Yeah. I think Track discussed a little bit there how he thought that longer matches favored me, and I would wholeheartedly disagree with that. And I talked a bit.
I don't know, but enough about that question to answer that one. I think. Give your take.
I mentioned this at the end of the game, but I always felt I was stronger against you in particular in shorter games. And that's not just in hindsight. I feel like when I played you on stream, maybe not too long ago, I think the last time I played you not in the league was maybe 2-3 months ago or something. And I think the same pattern happened. I was beating you near the beginning of those matches, but you slowly started to come back, and I think you ended up beating me in that set. But I always felt like I did better in shorter matches, but I don't know where they got that sentiment. But.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a general trend for me to do better the more I play someone in a row. But that's usually against like people I've never played before.
Yeah.
And certainly not against like elite level competition. So I don't know. I don't think I have an opinion on that one way or the other.
So,
but he can.
I picked Balcony, picked 2 of 3.
Yeah.
I don't like.
So let's see.
It just feels the same as that. Like the reason I picked Balcony was I knew that Panop and Miranda were going to be tough for me, but in Balcony, I felt like those were maps that I could at least tie you on, and we'll find out later how that's not true because of AI. But
Balcony, I'm just working really well. Number one, you got screwed, and Balcony can kind of be RNG a little bit. And
that's interesting.
2, I work very hard on trying to be good at Balcony because I hate that map. And
that's also why I picked it. Yeah.
So, my strategy through the second half of all of Season 2 was to kind of leave Balcony open, like because I feel comfortable enough on Balcony, like playing it, that I can at least go for like the rando Balcony strats and hopefully get a split out of it at least. Whereas like High Rise, I just suffer on 3 of 5. I just hate that. I hate playing that.
Yeah, you banned that against me all season, so.
I banned that against almost everyone. There are a couple exceptions where I didn't, but I banned that against everyone because I don't like playing on it. I shoot AIs all the time because they finish the missions, and it's just nasty.
Pick 2 of 3. I guess it's legal.
I think we're about to get started here.
If you choose any on a map, then you can't have the other version of the map. But here, I guess you are allowed to. Kaylee chooses Courtyard 1 NE47, and Magician chooses New Art Ballroom NE47, which I'm not surprised to see, but I'm kind of surprised you picked it so late.
I'm so grateful that we didn't go to tiebreakers.
Yeah, I don't play missions equals points very. I think the last time I played mission equals points, it was probably maybe a year ago against Viri. It was, and I remember not doing very well.
I think the last time I played it was like during Spy on the Hill.
Is it mission equals points?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I implemented it as the tiebreaker for the ladder, but I didn't play in the ladder, so I never actually did.
Right. Geez, that was before my time. I don't think I joined SpyParty then.
I think you were there, but I'm not
No,
sure you were
I
there.
wasn't. People seem to think I joined SpyParty earlier than I actually did, and I think that's because I was in your streams before I bought the game. But I was, I came when pumpkin Santa hat statues were a thing.
Yeah, that wasn't too long ago. That was not last Christmas, but the Christmas before.
Now
Yeah.
they've started their game, and I've got a...
Alright, so the first game is on... I don't remember. Panop.
I don't know if any of them...
I think we split the snipers.
Alright.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I remember in this game, I do a lot of shaky cam when I'm angry, and hopefully we'll see that on stream.
I did one shaky cam just for the sole benefit of telling the casters, like, oh god.
I did way too many.
Mine always prompts me, but we'll see.
Can you change that prompt?
I'll try.
It's a bit more... I think it's a bit more exciting when we're not counting.
This is true.
Elvis here, not capitalizing the C in my name.
Should be ready to go. I'm sure they're just double. Oh, there we go. Purloin coming off. Remember, 5 of 8 banned, so they're playing 5 of 7, and very tough choice.
Yeah, I banned Purloin because you seem to keep track of that pretty well on this map. I thought it was pretty standard.
I did the same just because it's probably one of the best hardtails to ban.
Yeah.
Like Swap is a tough one to ban given how easy like Swap is to get away with on this map.
In that respect, I never know what to choose.
Right, yeah.
And it's kind of hard to cut microfilm just because it's a really easy mission to complete here, relatively speaking.
Magician is going to start off idling, which is pointless against Kaylee, so...
Yeah, you're not going to get that low light.
I'm just gathering my surroundings.
It's pointless. Like, there are points to idling besides just, you know, trying to, like, get credit, you know?
Yeah, you might as well just get started on Flirt, because Kaylee is not going to bother watching it on this map.
So on Panop, too, yeah, I mean, come on. You can get away with anything you're going to do, Flirt or not.
Right, well, against Kaylee in particular. Oh, chooses not to bug, that's good. Kaylee's watching for reverse bugs right
now. That was a dangerous path. You were walking towards the ambush, so I had to slow down to make sure you didn't bug. But like I'm doing that for every A. Like there, I'm gonna bait like White Jacket here a little bit, as I recall. I'm gonna do a few different things. Like here, this is also really dangerous. I'm worried about Bondo. So the standard issue Kaylee scan going on here.
Right. Yeah. Just accepts that he's going to take a like a half Flirt instead. Doesn't even do it, he just leaves.
At this point, I believe I know what your book is.
You could end up back at the red bookshelf at the same time, and it's not too
there's the first shaky cam.
Both have a red
I believe that shaky cam was just because I realized I wasted a lot of time already. And I'm putting the book back because I figured that you probably have me paired up at this side of the map.
So on microfilm, I try not to be obvious about whether or not I've seen the book, because I don't see all of them, because that's just the truth of Panop. But that one, I think I did know it was red.
Yeah, I would have liked him.
Because you had red hair, so that was my mnemonic.
You know, like when you have an idea of where your seduction target's going to go, you can be there preemptively, and it looks like they're flirting.
Memory and mnemonics is really important for camping, particularly on Panopticon, where like 8 million things are going on.
He has some progress.
General, I was really suspicious of, and then he kind of lost some heat for doing correct.
We'll need to look into getting a BB or a hardtail.
I was kind of camping him for microfilm here, I think. And then I saw that, and I was a little worried about that.
Yeah. There's the shaky cam because I realized it wasn't a great bug.
You never know. I mean,
I think your laser. I don't know if it was laser latency or not, but
well, it might have been. It might have not been. It's hard to tell on Panop.
Yeah. But I had a feeling you had the chance to see it, and so that's why that shaking cam came.
Yeah. So I'm mostly actually really worried about General here. White Jacket, White Jacket for multiple things this game was doing like kind of pseudo-suspicious stuff. So I'm guarding you, I'm guarding General, I'm guarding White Jacket here. You have the reject.
That's the nature of
I don't think you purloined here, did you? No, you didn't.
No. I think you shoot me right here. Yep.
Here's the big test.
Yeah, mostly for a bug.
That was it right there.
Yeah.
And now if he doesn't get shot there, suddenly things get very interesting. But yeah, he saw the bug. Yeah, and that's the nature of SpyParty.
Because by my math, you might have fingerprints, for all I know. You might have. You probably have bug. I don't think maybe I shouldn't have shot there just because I hadn't heard BB yet.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I figured I was probably suspicious, so going to center statues was the only way I felt like I was gonna finish.
Yeah, I think that's a good play. I mean, mostly it just came down to like that was a little weird with the bug.
Getting rid of Purloin. Boy, I don't know. I just find Purloin to be very effective.
Purloin's a great mission. I mean, I don't disagree with Track. Like Purloin's a really good mission on Panop. It's just. You know,
it is, yeah. I would typically keep that in, but against you, I knew it would. I think the times where I've played you against Panop, you would almost always shoot me for Purloin.
Yeah. Purloin is easier to guard for me than microfilm. And, like, I don't get as paranoid about it as I do about Swap, so, I mean, cutting it, I think, is a good choice.
Yeah.
I think
against
if you
me, anyway.
cut fingerprint, which is so hard to line up sometimes anyway.
I decided I was going to start with a time ad, because I wanted, and as early as possible, because I wanted to show it in the log and just hopefully make you worry a little bit about time ads. I don't think you did.
I don't think I worried about time ads at all this set.
Yeah. And I did them occasionally, I think, but I didn't really like go time ad happy or anything.
Well, I guess. So, you know, popular strategies are popular strategies.
I don't remember what I was thinking here. I think maybe I was thinking about timer flirt. Maybe I'm going to get a book. Getting a book. Oh, behind the back bug, maybe? No.
if you're not going
I remember
to,
I'm
this
thinking
one of
about behind the back
maps,
bug.
Hannah, where
I
you
was
think about
considering
doing
twitching
it,
over
because
like
if you happen
to
just get
kind of where
two
Bondo
more
is
AIs
standing
than
to
you're
try and get
visiting,
a
you end up
behind
with
the
an
back.
absolutely untenable
Yeah.
number of highlights.
Brown trust takes it.
Yeah, and they're worthless. They
Right.
become worthless. Yeah.
Mattis
Right,
RF with
and
the
it
question
really
in
crowds
chat
out
of what is the
everything.
laser
And you're at the
latency.
mercy
That
of
is a
because I
good
think
question.
one
Let us tell you about that
Yeah.
and why it is bad on Penna.
fingerprint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
I
I was
don't
happy with
think
that
it's
play.
even noticed, so
I wanted to
it's
try and get that
pretty fair.
fingerprint without being seen.
Yeah, the equivalent of
and
sort
I
of
think I
finding one
did.
in a book that you weren't
Yeah.
even going for. And I think at this point,
Fingerprint is
he's
still
getting it early
something
enough
today I
especially
have
with that time
trouble
limit,
remembering
leaves a lot of
to
options later.
look
Ooh,
at.
fake. Wow.
Oh, I'm surprised you went for
It's
that.
also
I don't
a
see-
mission I have
wonder
trouble
if that was either
finishing,
one,
as
but
we'll
that's
find out
very
during the
close.
course of this
a
match.
lot of lowlights there.
I was a
mean,
little
he entered-
disappointed that
he wanted
that
to
I
be
did not
because
get
the
any
SD was
credit for doing the
or
fake
DA
there.
there.
I
He looked
didn't
around,
know if I did or not at the
must have
time, but
decided it was
I've
time
realized
to be
afterward that I did
without
not.
the DA there.
Yep, we'll find that is one of the
guess,
major
but
mistakes I
cover anything
made,
up, I'm just, ooh,
Yep.
misses the pad too.
Yep.
and I believe I saw that.
May or may not
I
have
saw
been
the laser
noticed.
hit me too. I'm like, this is
The
bad
highlights
news.
probably
Bad
for
news, Bears.
statues.
Like,
Right,
but my
the
plan here
highlights
basically has to be inspect, seduce, fingerprint. I think I swapped the statue actually. My thinking is I need to like green swap this to have a chance of winning anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
No?
Mhm.
For some
It's
reason
gonna
I
be
thought I
a rough game.
swapped.
There are just
No.
so many lowlights.
And they're
And
all
he still has to be me.
I think I saw that too. I didn't like the path
Going
into
for a
that
low light here? No,
statue
fingerprint,
as
there we
well.
go.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if Magician was tracking it. It's
I was
hard to
hoping
track
maybe I would get
the
credit for going
not
center
using
statue to side statue,
spectator
but
tools.
I didn't.
Honestly,
As well,
even
I should
with-
not.
Oh wow, yeah, all over.
Yeah,
it.
I don't think I even remembered that was fingerprint. I just
I
thought,
think the BB might have been
I
on
just
that
thought
I'm,
path was bad.
yeah.
I
I
think you
would
might have
say-
seen the pad.
Yeah, if he didn't see the missed pad, then that would be a pretty bad shot. I still don't like that
Agreed.
shot right now,
Yeah,
unless he's absolutely certain about the missed pad. But at most, he's maybe finished 3 missions.
I mean, I was almost tunneling on you at that point, so I felt like
I can say that
Yeah,
obviously
it's
in the moment, it can be
anti-tunneling
a little
shot.
bit
No, I
hard
hear
to
you.
be
I hear you.
confident.
I probably wouldn't have
Finish
shot
another
just
mission or
yet, just
two.
based on my style,
Certainly with
but
the
that's
time
not to
ad,
say
you
it's
know,
not
that kind
the
of
right
pressure,
shot.
I think that might
Yeah.
be the case here. But
I mean,
agree,
I
it seemed
felt,
like
I think you
fairly
felt pretty good
aggressive
about
shot,
it just because you
unless
saw
he's
the missed
almost
pad.
positive he saw that that pad miss.
Well, I'm thinking about it, and maybe he was afraid of the swap block, and if he missed a bug, then that could be 5 missions.
Right, and that is the character you'd want to swap block with, so
Right? Yeah.
makes some sense.
Yeah. So that's a fair shot.
But yeah, a good shot too. I think Kaylee started fine, but just that BB, everything went downhill after that.
I don't remember which balcony was the balcony
And
game.
standard 2 or 3
but-
setups
I
here
think
for
it's this
Lorna
one. I think it was
Fingerprint
the.
makes
Yeah, so
sense.
I
think it was the
that
pick.
worked out really well for Magician.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Magician wants to split.
So,
games,
yeah,
and
it's a
he
game
wants
of
to win his
balcony.
own, right? Like that's the
Right.
goal in SCL.
You shoot for white BB always,
It
right?
worked out really well.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Magician.
And
That's what Wogar says.
insofar as you want to read into individual games, he was a lot closer to winning his spy game than Kaylee was to his.
I don't know about that.
You don't think so?
I'm at the point where I'm probably going to highlight all the talkers here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he deserves a highlight for that.
Roll some dice.
Yep,
for a
there
few
we go.
minutes.
Yeah. and
Sometimes
already
I like to
highlighted
wait a little
for,
bit and
for
not do it
sport.
immediately and try to hide it.
Sadly, he'll
Yeah.
need to get 2 more flirts no matter what.
So the
That's
red,
really rough.
both red
43%
characters
is a
are looking
very
pretty
ugly number to
non-suspicious right now.
Yeah, it is.
Red plaid leaves
red
without
plaid
talking.
leaves
Without
You know that
talking.
they're
Yeah,
gonna
I switch up my balcony strats from game to game, but here
But
I'm
if you offered
pursuing
me
like
that
my default
situation
of
versus
just
0%,
low light,
but I
leave without
haven't
talking.
talked yet, I'd
White
Yeah.
jacket's top suspect at this point.
Sometimes
Red
I
dress
would
is probably
rather
kind of like
just,
medium level
get green
suspicion.
when they flirt.
And whether or not you're
I would
suspicious
rather
will
have
be determined by whether or not you talk pretty soon.
And I
Unless
know
I'm playing against Woe.
Yeah, as I
know
watched these
Kaylee is not
games
gonna
the
low
first
light for
time,
behavioralist stuff.
one of the
This is
reasons
the
why I
best
wasn't
thing
too happy about
Why did I do that?
Um,
if he didn't talk,
one of the reasons why I wasn't too happy about my play was because I knew you were
But
capable
lowlights
of
mean
doing many
far less on
things,
this
and I
map.
just
It's so
ignored
easy
that
to
as I
lowlights that
played.
Kaylee can just
Well, like one of the
ignore.
examples
That's
was
true. That
just
white BB
playing a
is rough. I
typical
think
game
when
of
we're
balcony,
talking,
right?
it's gonna be
My,
big trouble
my
because
image
there's
of
no
a
way he
typical
can
game of
tell
balcony
just
now
how it
is
is.
like you stay
Why
in the
don't you
CC for
whether or not
quite a
you're 45 or
while.
43%.
You always flirt before you
So as far as
leave
he's
and stuff like
concerned,
that,
one
and that's
guy
all
is
stuff I
fine.
knew you were capable of either low lighting or
Right,
highlighting
right.
Oh,
for.
neutral lit.
Yeah,
though.
there I neutral you
But
just because
still,
you didn't seem particularly
there are no
suspicious.
highlights, so-
But
There are
I
no
didn't think
highlights
red dress
that
was that
sense
suspicious
neutral light.
either. I figure you have
It's
at
not gonna
least
happen
one
on
more
this
flirt
one.
and it has to be green.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bug. It's a bug or no
And
bug.
white jacket.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that.
Well,
I was like, don't think he's going to win.
Yeah, I don't know if
Probably the most interesting part of that game from me, from my perspective, was the low light on White Jacket. Banana Bread happens, and then immediately he takes a drink. Like, it happens split seconds later, and I was thinking about whether or not it was possible to get a drink take to happen that fast after the BB, and it really helped because like White Jacket was probably the most suspicious guy through most of that.
Yeah,
That's
I
interesting.
definitely think that's a good idea.
My little league coach
get a
used to
feel
say,
for their timings.
I don't know why I neutral him though.
When I was
That's
a little
bugging me
league,
now.
my coach used to say, don't swing until he already has a strike on you.
Yeah, make him.
Here I'm going with my
Make him throw a
standard
strike
issue
first.
BS
Yeah,
of
by the way,
fingerprint instead of bug. Yeah, as almost said that synced up with track.
Yeah, in theory, like I thought this would be an easier, like when you first started doing this against me, I first thought this would be a lot easier to guard because, well, first of all, fingerprint is really hard to come by if you know that the spy is going to do it. Right? But in reality, it just takes up a lot of time. Just memorize. For me, at least, it's
it takes away a lot more of your attention, and it does so in a way that yeah, here I've probably already lost the game. You guys I stop talk this, yeah, just to make sure I die. But yeah, fingerprint, it's got its strengths and its weaknesses. Yeah, dead to the Caley stop talk. Yeah.
I mean, I guess the argument there is you don't talk. You deliberately don't talk, or you talk very little.
Yeah, and that one I was kind of hoping for green, and if not green, I'm going to try to get away with it with a stop talk, and I feel okay about it if I get shot for the stop talk, and if not,
I mean, if you're going for the fingerprint strategy, one of them has to be a hard one.
By the way, are either of us tracking the score? I think it's 2-2, but
it's currently 2-2. I'll grab a piece of paper and write it down.
It just occurred to me that the people who run the scoreboard are suddenly off the cast.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, he's got it. Elvis has got it. Thank you. Okay, cool. Me of little faith. Yeah.
All right. Is the scoreboard visible?
Yep, there it is. I see it.
Okay. And now, yeah, Veranda, any 5 of 7, which was
Veranda.
Wait,
yep. An interesting story. Like before I played you maybe the first time in the league, I was thinking about just banning Veranda like I always had in the first season. Like I banned both Verandas each player I played against. But I started practicing Veranda, and the reason why I only banned one Veranda and one Panop was because I felt I was a bit more comfortable with Veranda. And so I figured if I just banned one and you wanted to play the other, I felt like I was going to be okay. So just because I had more practice, I felt like there was a chance I could win on it.
The commentators just made a really good point, which is that they noticed I was just staring down the left side, and while you were there, and I was apparently guarding microphone, which Casey thought was weird because I usually memorize swap, but then he realizes that swap is turned off. So
yeah.
I'm really going to be anti-cheese microphone with swap turned off.
Yeah, there weren't many people on that side aneway, so.
I was pretty proud of this. This was a difficult kind of low-light challenge, and I felt pretty good about getting a bunch of accurate ones. I think I missed Green Plaid. Green Plaid was low lightable, but other than that, I got basically everyone. That was a tough maximize value thing. Why did you get highlight? Oh, I'm highlighting for real. Yeah.
Ah, nice.
This is really bad right now. He's visiting his second bookshelf. He's got one mission done. There's one flirt, and all the.
You're not getting any heat, despite what's Track's saying, for visiting a second bookshelf, because I'm certain that you did not do microfilm that red bookcase.
His guard just a little on Bondo, just because.
And I'm pretty certain that you didn't do it there. So actually, you're losing a lot of heat here.
It's not going to be enough to win the game, especially after picking up.
Red dress is extremely suspicious through this game.
At this point, his best hope is that someone
what you do?
Crazy, someone else goes to statues against something like that. Magician.
What did she do? She's been to statues. She's been moving around a little bit. She's been pretty active.
Because when he chose to do it, as you pointed out,
she's at a book that I can't really see her at right now. I just don't like her. And this ends up losing me the game because I am really not liking red dress, and I completely miss the purloin that you eventually do.
Right. So he's probably going to be playing a normal game, and that means if he's even moderately suspicious going.
It doesn't really show it, but yeah, just guarding purloin there. But I'm almost always trying to keep like red dress like on camera. Sometimes you can't see it because it's Veranda, and I can't really see.
And,
So at this point, like, I mark you down as like having credit for inspects done, DA done, and potentially flirt done. But that's like worst case scenario. Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that move by Red Dress. That really pissed me
Even though he sees Magician for the second time, he just thinks there's no way anyone's done.
Yeah, I just don't like her.
I just realized swap is what was removed, which would explain why Kaylee guarded the left side so hard. Like,
Yeah,
there's no.
right.
Yeah, there we go.
Case
There it is.
right.
Yeah.
The worst that can happen is they get an inspect, and then you highlight them for it, right? You don't have to memorize them.
Oh, I forget to talk there for a second. You're not watching that.
Notice was that there was a fingerprint on that statue.
Ah. Yep, there's me with one fingerprint again. That's like when I went into this match, I knew I wanted to do fingerprint occasionally. I know that you would be guarding it more than like a typical player, but I feel like if I could get like maybe a drink off a fingerprint off the drink, I feel like it would be really strong. There's the second fingerprint.
I'm so focused in on Red Dress trying to do microfilm in cover that I have not even guarding the list.
Very close to finishing right here.
Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah, I think the commentators were talking about how far behind I was, and they were impressed by how fast I caught back up.
Yeah, you did a great job. So now I've seen the drink on, and I have no idea. I remember he offered it to someone in the back conversation, probably Red Dress, but I'm thinking Red Dress isn't done yet. I'm okay, and then bam, you win.
Yep.
I think Kaylee his eyes must have been elsewhere. That is a huge win, and not only is it just
Yeah,
a big win
the thing in particular that kept me from seeing the list going away was Red Dress was actually in a really good spot to do an empty convo book action because she had cover from another CC, and I'm just staring that down.
I mean, he knew that already because Magician's.
Yeah, you did a great job. Just like you were lingering, and then bam, like 2 or 3 missions get done inside of like 30 seconds.
Surprise. And
this was, I think I remember this being a really poorly played game by me.
Kaylee because
We'll see.
not checking the guest list, that's just not something he forgets to do.
I think he really must have just really liked one of his other highlights and was just watching.
I think I'm gonna try to like cheese this, but then realize you're guarding the cheese.
He was distracted by something else that I could see. He didn't even swing around. He didn't notice it for a good 20 seconds. That's just not like him.
Yeah, let a fingerprint go right after.
Yeah.
I assume he wanted to see where that book was going to end up. But yeah, nice little mark.
Yeah, no cheese, but we're just gonna hope that you forget that I have green book.
Yeah.
Smooth, nonchalant marks. I'm a big fan of it. I think
It's so hard to do.
It is hard to do, right?
Like, it's easy to hide a highlight, but it's not easy to hide a mark.
Do I assume it's? Yeah, I assume it's real again.
Yeah, at this point I think I get a little worried that I'm being too active, and I think I decide to put the book back to its correct spot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, he might end up doubting those later if Kaylee is relatively inactive.
It is harder to doubt your lowlights on Veranda, much like Panoff, because you're just not going to have that kind of memory. But you're right.
And I think I'm gonna try to do a cheesy.
Yeah, I feel like I remember you at the red shelf the first time, and then you put it back. But then I remember you picking up the red book again, and that's when you microfilmed, I think.
Like here, I'm thinking I'm just waiting for Amba to go away, and I'm gonna try and get like credit for going right back to the red bookcase, which is kind of a spy action.
Yeah.
But I'm actually gonna get a fingerprint off of it.
I don't think it even crossed.
Maybe if you're not paying attention, I'll try and do microfilm again. But
Highlight for a fingerprint.
I don't think it even crossed my mind about the fingerprint. Oh, maybe it did because I highlight you. So.
Yeah, I left that bookcase way too early.
Yeah. A magician not moving at all, it's hard to tell what he's looking at if you're the spy.
Good point.
Yeah, I like to.
I'm not sure what to do here. I feel pretty suspicious. I throw a fake out. I don't realize that I'm in with SDA.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, the possibility of the first one being a fake crosses my mind, but you're already pretty suspicious, so.
Yeah. I'm probably, if I can't get away with this microfilm, I'm probably not going to win the game anyway, so just do it.
Yeah.
He should be
That's where she is.
But you got me, you got me dead to rights.
Yep. Now I gotta give Magician a lot of credit. So calm that he realizes even if he thinks that's it, he hasn't put the book back in yet. Why not give yourself 5
I mean, theoretically, I could have shot you right when you stood at the bookshelf, but I always count 10 seconds whenever you do an action. And, like,
the one reason to do that is that even if you're absolutely certain, you have some risk of error, and while you're waiting down that time down, you know, you might just see, oh, someone else walked in and did a helibug, you know, so it's always worth it. It's always worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can just stay there with no swap. He can stay at that angle all day basically and see everything that's going on.
Yep, yeah. Swap's a good mission on that map. There's so many statues, and they're hard to memorize.
I agree. Yeah, we all have our own weird little methods. I kind of got mine as a hybrid from Slappy that works pretty well. I will say, though, that I got to give Caley credit for that fake. It was exceptional. He only gave up one additional low light. And at that point, if you think you maybe
I don't remember this game. Oh, I remember this game. Yeah, this is the one where I, like, secretly think you're the top suspect the whole time for like a weird path you do early. And then
except a few people
I'm like, I'm so sure, or it was something you did early. I was like, that's like, I really didn't like it, and I'm like, I'm gonna stare him down the rest of the game and see what he does.
And I believe this was.
Yeah, I don't want to wait for that drink, so I just leave right away.
Yeah, this is it right here. Yeah, boom. I
That-
don't like that entry at all. Like you're like halfway clipped through Irish, and I saw that and I was like, I really don't like that.
I think you have to take this one.
Ooh, tries the bug.
I mean, it gives
Yeah,
Yeah.
at this point you're like extremely suspicious. I didn't see that bug directly, but I saw some kind of weird wavering, and it's funny. It was like,
And this BB is
really don't like him.
worse by the second, really.
Yeah, 3 low lights, one of them the ST, another at statues. Oh, sorry, 3.
Whoa, Caley assumes real.
Chat says my audio is low. If you can turn me up.
Yeah, but I turned it up.
During the BB,
Yeah.
She was just outside the CC grabbing briefcase, but
Yeah.
he doesn't get that low light, which is a small consolation.
He and I have the same philosophy on low lights. We're not 100%.
I thought at this point that
corner of your eye, you're not
maybe
just don't risk it. Plus,
like candidates for your ST are basically Irish and pearls right now.
There's no reason for him to be.
Like I thought maybe you were trying to flirt with pearls there, but I thought it more likely that you were trying to flirt with Irish just because of the, like going in deep.
He knows he's in a really strong position. No need to take those chances that can flip the game back around.
And now, as Magician, what do you do?
Yeah, well,
Well, as much as I don't like inspecting against you, I feel like I inspect anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, the tough thing about this situation is you don't have a lot of time left, and you either have to do fingerprints or you've got to do a hard zone.
Yeah. I think I was going for the inspect swap here, but you were guarding it pretty well, so I couldn't swap.
So that's saying something.
And this is what's rough is that.
Otherwise, I would have had to bank for a green test, and that's something I don't think you should ever do, bank on a green test.
Yeah.
You get highlights, and then the rest of the game.
You're ultra suspicious at this point. Like I think I have your exact situation down too. I think I'm like here. I thought maybe you were going for another flirt. I was really worried about a bug there.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it, but I was really worried about it, and I knew you had about 3 missions done, so I felt like I had to shoot.
Maybe I shouldn't be broadcasting this. Is within the first minute try to get that hardtail done either with a delegated purloin or a bug because bugs are so hard to see sometimes here with the new art.
Yeah, I'd love to get an early bug on this map. It's just so good.
Yeah. And if you do that, if you can get either one of them, you go to the statues afterwards, you get your highlight.
But it was in one way a bad shot because there was no bug.
You get to play pretty idle the rest of the game, and they just sit there watching you looking for a bug, which will never come.
Yeah, and if you don't get shot for the BB, you're usually fine. Wow. Okay, so big win there. 4-3.
Yeah, Caley takes this, he'll tie it back up.
Yeah, this would be a really big win.
Ooh, early bug.
And I catch that bug immediately.
Sad face.
Yeah, this is another match where I just delay the shot until you do something that seems noteworthy. To be honest, I really shouldn't have highlighted you, but...
Well, maybe not, because I might know, but I feel good about your play.
I still can't see it, and on replay I can't even see it sometimes. There's just nothing you can do sometimes if it lines up.
The main reasons I delayed this shot was just... So it seemed like I shot you for a different reason. I don't know how effective it actually would have been, but...
Who's not going to make too many stupid errors. If you give him that free bug, he's going to win that game 90% of the time, so I can understand that.
Yeah, it's a good risk to take. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to pay off this game.
Yeah, I think Magician is pretty certain of what he saw.
Yeah, this is a great BB, by the way. A lot of characters in with
I assume it's a real again?
2 characters are out, so it's not a perfect BB. Magician assumes real again.
Yeah.
And yeah, was it a white test?
I think so. And by the way,
green. It was green.
Worth pointing out that one of the lowlights he got was the only other highlight for statue visits Taft. So At this point,
Po
Kaylee's the
Noob
only
in
high
chat
and the
realizes
low
I
line.
always
So
assume
Magician is-
real.
He's not catching everything, but he's making smart decisions, and he is whittling this party down every game and just winning the war of attrition to the point where Kaylee has to get away with things, being among only 4 or 5 other suspects, which is almost impossible.
Yeah, yeah. And now the statue, right? No, he goes to window.
I like the decision. I think a statue would get him shot right now. I don't know what his options are
But
anyway.
a statue at 1 minute.
That was a pretty good move.
Low light me.
That was nice.
Please low light me.
And it
Dude,
worked.
There you
Whoa.
get the neutral light.
I'm still dead though.
Yeah, you're still dead. I know you did bug,
Yeah.
Maybe now that he's got the neutral
and it's partly because that's something you're fully
this
capable of
is-
doing.
Yeah, exactly.
89%.
Exactly.
The
See,
green
I think
And that's something I wish I did more in this
I
set,
agree,
but
because
I
there's a
felt
really
a
good
lot
chance
better
if
about this
Furlong
game
is the
playing
last
it than I
person
should
to
have, because I didn't
it's
realize
not
you
that
had seen the
hard
bug.
to survive those 10 seconds. Just get him to hesitate a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
If he were done with the flirt, and now he's gonna have to do a couple things.
He has to talk twice.
Yeah, here my plan is just insta-send and flirt, or flirt, like, and insta-send, like, hopefully I'll talk and they'll go, oh, he didn't send someone to Purloin, and then lose your track of it for a second.
Really
Mhm.
easy.
And
to
Go,
look
here
like
comes
a
my
really good
classic
sniper,
talk
but
bop,
only
there we go.
watched 4 or 5
And then dead.
rounds.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Doesn't even wait for the Purloin to go off.
Yeah, all over it.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah, I appreciate the
don't know,
respect
that's an
neutral light.
interesting
I appreciate
shot.
that.
The neutral light was really
I was proud of that.
interesting to me. Because I want to say that he probably had that game in the bag from catching the bug. So why would he neutral?
Yeah,
it
Casey, I'm good
unless-
analysis.
I don't know. I don't know why you neutral it.
Yeah, well, the only thing I could think of is
It was to
that
make you
Captain
feel better
Johnson
when you're
did it
reading the
in
log,
front of
that's
the
all.
force. If you're
Well,
only
I
watching,
mean,
you saw
also
something you bought at a
to
high
some
level
extent,
streamer.
right? Like
Maybe
you
that's
want
what
to
he thought,
you
know
want to
what,
show
why
me
not
that you
my
think
highlights?
that you want to make me think I've fallen or you
Yeah,
know, fallen
exactly.
for it. Yeah. I mean, you don't actually need to click the button, I guess, but like you know.
Okay, I think this is where the action priorities game
Just
comes
kinda
into
hanging out again.
play.
He did this on
Oh, God,
Pan-Off,
action
you'll remember, too.
priorities.
He didn't go
This
for
is
the
where I
early
bug
threat,
in your
didn't really do
face, I'm
anything,
pretty
he
sure.
just kind of hung out for the first 30 seconds.
Yeah. I think it's interesting.
I've
that
learned,
Magician's still
when I
assuming that
play
all
against you,
DVs are
like,
real after
I think
Kaylee
bug
faked the
is
VP on
easier to
camera.
get by
Yeah,
you
they've
than I
done it
first
now. When are they
originally
gonna
thought.
announce looking at these logs
It's
and make the other one pay
I
for it?
find
Right,
that
yeah.
just bugging in your face
You
works
know,
a
this is
lot
long
better.
set, you know, you
Yeah,
really
I would
can't
agree with that.
afford to do
Like,
those little 8-game sets you play during the season,
I
but in
am
a
very
championship
careful to
match this
always have the Amba in
you
my line
absolutely
of
can.
sight,
It's even
particularly
longer
on
than the
Courtyard
other
2.
matches. At this point, I
But
think
that doesn't mean I'm always
we
looking
ought
at
to see
the
that come
Yeah.
into play in the second half a
So
lot
I
more.
typically watch where your laser
Right,
is
yeah,
either right
yeah.
right
Could
in
see
front of
some big
me or
adjustments.
like
Although Kaylee
near
is
my
ideal
conversation or
for-
something,
for
and I'll
Kim,
probably
who
wait
doesn't
maybe
trust
2
Magician.
seconds,
Plays
and
his way every game.
either or my animation
Although he
has
does
gone
admit
back to a
that
neutral
you
state,
need to
and
play
then I'll
on
just
the
bug in your
spot.
face, and it works
Right.
more
Well,
often than
Magician
I
is
thought
pretty
it would.
yummy all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
The
I
the
agree,
two missions that
and I
like
certainly
take
generally
this
Kaylee,
the
but then again, it's
greatest
still
amount of
really
work for
not
me
what
to
it
guard
is
on this
30
map are
seconds,
probably
so-
fingerprint
Yeah,
and
that was-
bug.
We might not
Mhm.
be seeing his AAA game tonight, and hopefully he'll get his head back into it. But that Purloin miss was really big, I think, and uncharacteristic.
And by the way, look at that 5-3
And that's
lead
the
that'll
thing, it's
soon
enough to guard,
disappear.
it's enough to make you rethink your
Just keep that in
strategy.
mind.
The thing is,
Well, I mean,
almost
you
every
win
top
if
player
this
is
is
a
a
pretty
regular
good
season
but
match.
this
Yeah,
game,
exactly.
with even modest stakes, is incredibly tense, and this is as big as it gets. Kaylee's defending his title. It's if he were going to abandon his style, trailing 2 or 3 games, this might be it.
I don't abandon my style warning track.
Yeah, true. This is gonna be a
It's
big
okay.
highlight for him.
Unless it's the Molina
especially if he
stream,
remembers the
I
finger.
don't abandon.
There you go. There you go.
It looks like he's baiting a swap.
Right.
I expect
It's
him to
like
check
2 in
that
the
more.
morning and I played 600 games in the Molina stream. And I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
sure,
Magician's
behavioralism.
smartly
Just
just
low lights for everyone.
Mhm.
And then shoot somebody
You can
because
make
they're
an
not low
argument for
lit
it in
yet.
the last mission. You definitely can't make an argument for it otherwise.
No,
against
camping
someone like Kaylee
camping
right
has
now.
served me well.
Right.
Yeah, here I think I've got you down. You've got
And
inspec, you've got
this is
DA, you've got
rough.
half
I
a
don't know
fingerprint.
if time here
I think
is
I
gonna
shoot
be
you if you do
very
another
tough.
fingerprint here.
He's gonna have to leave.
I did a
mean,
shaky
anyone
cam
can
there,
stay in
and I
reset,
think
but
it's-
he'll have to get a green.
I think it's mainly
Yeah,
because of going this statue so early, because I know, not early, but like I know I get highlighted if I go to statues, and I haven't completed a hardtail yet.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter with me unless you're planning to do maybe swap or purloin. It's like, or maybe bug.
Bug is the main thing I was
Yeah,
concerned
bug
about.
maybe. I mean, I guard bug no matter what. Like here, I'm really suspicious of white jacket just as much as of you.
He might just get shot here. Otherwise, what's he gonna do? Oh, boy.
Yeah, so yeah.
Well, you know what?
So during this sequence, the commentators talk about how I should just immediately do fingerprint, right? So that the time starts ticking in overtime before you see the purloin.
Yeah.
And that doesn't come to mind until I think you see me leave towards statues, and so I wanted to do something in a similar vein, but I just, my quick thinking failed me there.
Yeah, I'm almost, yeah, as soon as it hits 0, I'm certain that it's you. If you had done fingerprint, that might have confused me a little bit, but I, again, was prepared to shoot you earlier in the match for doing the second fingerprint anyway, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it would have played the overtime. So
Right, but without
so
the
Caley
purloin
would have
showing.
known he would have known that he has to shoot, but would he have been able to shoot without the guest list gone?
It would have been very
Because
jarring
then he would have
Yeah, delayed shots, I mean, I don't do them so much to deceive, although it's kind of an incidental benefit. I just do them to get slightly higher confidence shots, you know?
And it doesn't, and it still goes
Like, if you
overtime.
win an additional 1 out of every 200 games by being patient, then it's worth it. If you don't lose any games by being patient.
A lot of credit for almost
And you can
finishing
lose
there.
games
It's
by
a
being
shame
too
to get that
patient, to be fair.
fingerprint and not finish fingerprint.
I considered going and flirting there, but I feel like I had been overdoing in recent weeks in the SCL the whole flirt at statues thing. So I decided not to go for it, try another time ad.
Here's the time ad. Caley has done 2 of those.
That was a bad path.
The time ad looks clean. Looks like he got away with it.
I was walking like at Damon, and then I did like zagged like in the opposite direction.
Too closely as sniper. It's not going to hurt you too bad unless you.
So here my plan going into this game is I'm gonna try to do another and see what happens.
The time itself is marginally useful usually.
I think I almost lull at you there because, oh, well, there goes the fake BB. I almost lull at you because it looked like you were idling, even though you just stood there, you just got into that CC, so, but I lull at you for fake BB, alright, fake BB anyway.
Now it's interesting. I didn't look like it was gonna. He was taking.
I was really happy that I was able to get a drink right afterwards in O2. I was like really hoping I would be
Here's the question.
I'd be low heat.
If the whole point of doing this is to try to get that low light to make him pay, you need to be aggressive now. You need to.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think you're low light at this point?
I don't know, but I'm going to act as though I am. Because that's the plan, right?
Yeah. At the end of the game and probably only pick up a highlight.
Exactly. You're right. That's the quickest way.
I have seen the laser pass over me, but I'm a little wary here, and I want to idle for just a little bit more, just in case you're thinking like, oh, I'm gonna fake and see what they do. Like I'm waiting for you to release your like mental hold on the people you may have low lit to see if maybe they didn't deserve it.
It did look like a bait to me a little bit.
Courtyard your bump is lame. I agree.
Magician notices it right away, I think.
And it's an SDA. That's brutal.
SDA, yeah.
And there's the shaky cam.
He doesn't know. He doesn't
Yeah.
know.
So yeah, again, here I feel pretty good that since I'm not dead.
Yeah, he knows he's high lit now. So
That sucks that an SDA took, but I think I'm okay.
He just doesn't care.
Does not care. He knows. He's not shot for purloin. He's got to assume at this point. So the question is he going to go for a bug or something?
I don't want him to BB.
I think I consider spec swapping here, but I don't because I figure why like fumble on the 2-yard line when I could just do another DA. And doing another DA has the additional psychological benefit of like, hey, I did the fake again.
Yeah.
Stop highlighting people.
If you did swap though, I can tell you for sure you would have gotten away with it because when my lowlights are lowlights, like I can't bring them back up.
Yeah, I am
There's the
in the same boat.
Oh, Magician's low lighting. He might think this is time to shoot though.
Yeah. No, he's not.
Nope.
Gonna.
Oh
Oh,
yes.
he does it the last second.
He does
Oh,
the
with like 0 on the
smart
clock. Look
choice,
at that.
but, wrong character.
Yeah, but I got to give him credit, by the way. That timing, he really caught it in just under the timer there. Yeah, there's really nothing to say about that game other than he's been making his
I was no way
noticed,
confident in
noticed,
that shot.
and Caley was the first of the 2 of them to burn the other for it.
Yeah.
I was glad. I was
It's
glad
interesting
about
to
that
me
game.
that,
That game
after
made me
the-
feel good because I was like, finally.
After the second BB, you
finally,
have to think,
fake
well, what
BB
was the
works.
first BB for, right?
I believe that's
And
the
so
turning point
he
too.
shoots General, who is in conversation with the real DA. So he shoots for the second BB thinking this was the real one, right? And this is the last mission, which it was. He could also look at his lowlights and say, well, you know, I assumed fake on or I assumed real on the first one. If I'm going to assume real on this one, then those lowlights are not correct.
Right. In fact,
But
you can
10
make
seconds is so little time to make that decision.
Right, I agree, but you can make a really good argument at that point, and this is what the best of the best do, is they have the self-awareness to say, I screwed up, I should shoot a low light. Doesn't even matter which one, it's better than my highlights, it's better than my neutral lights, it's literally better to just shoot a low light, even if it's at random.
That's so hard to do that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at some point, that's like maybe too much doubt in your lowlights.
But I don't even think the best of the best are doing that yet. I know
Not all-
Zero TKA.
Oh, look at that,
posted a big,
Kletos. And now even better, Magician can't assume real BB anymore.
I was noticing you were highlighting for that. I'm just like, I gotta put an end to that. I'm not gonna win a lot of games with Spy if he gets value out of that.
I don't know if I've ever done it. It's really hard to do.
You'll find soon.
Yeah, I think I do another fake just to like drive the point home. Like,
and it works.
Yeah,
it works, and that's what this is. You'll find soon, Kletos, that this is wrong. I actually chat. Well, we'll talk about it when we get there, but still.
I think I'm doing a slightly different like balcony thing here. I'm mostly doing like track suspicion instead of track non-suspicion.
The sniper gets to play a normal game.
Oh, this is the balcony game. So I just did the first BB, and the DA left. That's the first time. Let's count, okay?
Solid.
And it has to be said, by the way, Kaylee, all tied up now. Big deal. That was a huge set right there. If this game.
Here's the second one. Ready? It started. It's in. She's in conversation. There's a second one, and she leaves.
Oh my god, she left like the exact instant.
So I got nothing done so far. That's 2.
I was like, either this is the best framing job I've ever seen, or it's red plaid.
Things happen. Yeah.
At this point, like, I feel like I'm gonna lose, but I'm like, okay.
Probably a good assumption, yeah. I mean, hard to come back on balcony.
So I do a briefcase to get some heat off me.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
Bad path?
about this game. I'm like, it's orange dress or it's him.
Haley doesn't low light for it though.
Yeah,
I'm a little worried about orange dress. Like, she could have gotten 2 greens.
Just wait him out, grind it out.
Here comes the third one. Ready?
Magician's definitely.
There we go.
I was like, oh my god, orange dress. Win this game 100%.
Yeah, the fact that he didn't shoot for that white BB on his only highlight with 1 neutral.
I was like, it can't be like red plaid, like because he can't have 1. Because he's done so. If it's red plaid and he's the spy, then he's done like all his stocks have been DAs. So he doesn't
consider recovering a few.
I'm actually kind of more worried about orange dress than I'm about you at this point. I think.
Yeah.
But
as of like, she might have like
I don't know if
BB done, and like she's got like 2 flirts in the bag. Thankfully, she doesn't talk, so I don't have to worry about it.
And you can't even crash bug. It's brutal. You could time at, I guess.
Like if she had talked at 11, I would have been in a really.
Hopefully.
Oh, he's just dancing now.
Oh.
Haley doesn't even need to shoot. The spy's not done.
Yeah.
You could just if he's gonna dance for 45 seconds, let him do it.
Yeah, I probably should have done that. I probably should have done what KCM said.
So, ugly
Just
game.
said like, well, go ahead, keep dancing.
I mean, why prolong an already long set?
Well, because you might, as we learned in our set we did before that, you might miss.
Yeah.
He's not going to put bug in there. He's going to have fingerprint instead. So which missions do you think he's going to choose?
I considered putting fingerprint active, but I decided I would just try and go for standard issue.
Yeah, I typically do bug and contact, but I don't know why I chose contact seduce for that.
That he wants to fingerprint this game.
That'd be very interesting, but I think Kaylee, he takes his advantage and he presses it. That's what he does. He picks the 60% option every time. And
yeah, that's a great point by Track. Like I don't view actions in SpyParty as like this is gonna work or this is gonna not work. Like I will, yeah, exactly. I will take my like high probability chance like every time. And if it fails, I don't regret it.
Made him the most consistent player in SpyParty.
Yeah. And suddenly,
Why was the highlight there on White Jacket for?
I think I'm highlighting for talkers like you.
Gotcha. I didn't see. Maybe I probably missed him talking.
My strategy for balcony, because it changes a lot, sometimes I just get lost. Like, even though I think I can tie, I still don't. I mean, I fall into this, like, I don't like this map either. It's just because it's so. It's just so meta and like. I don't know.
Yeah. KCM has me nailed as to why I did that. So when fingerprint is a possibility, and this is one of my favorite things about fingerprint, if you get 1 fingerprint and don't ever get another one, it's really hard for the sniper to shoot you.
Yeah.
Just trying to look casual and forgetting who had it before.
Like just getting that one like fake fingerprint, like for the sake of just having them worry about fingerprint instead of flirt like DA, it's pretty high value.
Makes Magician worry that it's a fingerprint seduce game.
Wow, gives up two lowlights.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, I do that several times. I feel like he's talked enough to flirt, but once he does that second talk, I'm less suspicious of him. And now Green Plaid talks, I feel like she could have been done as well. And so
I was getting really frustrated with my ST. He was just walking back and forth on stats or something. I'm just gonna do my thing.
Yeah. I don't, like, if I saw that... No, you're too far away from me. Like, if I was gonna say, if I saw that window flirt, there's a chance I may have shot you, but I feel like you're too far away for me to even think it's a window flirt.
Yeah.
I think.
But yeah. I was really hoping he would just come back to me, so I wouldn't have to do anything weird.
He won this map, which was Magician's. Then he won Magician's choice of pub. And so far, Magician has only taken one of Kaylee's maps.
That's pretty rough. I really like that BB choice. With 40-50 seconds left, he knows he's going to have to flirt already. You're already going to be at the mercy of the ST a little bit, but at least you can chase him.
Oh, harsh Elvis.
The DA
so
is
harsh.
in there right now, and there's a decent chance that one of those people out of conversation is already
I feel like I should be the one that's getting rooted against.
You are the king, so...
I'm kind of like, yeah, exactly. I'm like...
Right, yeah.
Totally the evil empire at this point.
The briefcase.
Thank you, Ponu.
Yeah. If you return it, it guarantees that your seduction target doesn't waste a minute doing it. Or your double agents. I mean, that's the worst thing that can happen to you on pick is that the one mission you need to complete.
I'm gonna do a better job being a heel. There's still people rooting for me.
Kaylee's pick. It was Kaylee's choice.
Yeah, but again,
alright, we're on CY1.
Yes.
And immediately I do the shaky cam because I do not want to be at statues.
Yeah, AI, please.
I mean, I usually leave on AI for a few seconds because of just bouncing and pathing purposes, but this was... I feel like there's no chance for me at this point. Because even if I don't go to a second statue, you already have me highlight, and I feel like, you know, I can't get bug off as easily.
I mean, he knows what Kaylee does.
So a second ago, DA was in your convo, and that would have been a good example if DA had fired there of when I would have considered making it real. I like to be very unpredictable about when I assume real or not. Like, I try not to let my opponents, like, dictate whether I should do that or not. I just try to, like, throw it out there sometimes.
I don't even think about that against you. I always figure in my head, you know, you're a camper, that probably wouldn't matter to you.
Yeah, it usually doesn't. But like at some point, like if my reputation is strong enough for doing that, I have to do the other thing every once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm definitely learning not to underestimate him, but I agree.
And I tend to I'm very tempted to do it when it's a very high value situation. Like if I win the game, if I well not win, but you know if I almost win the game by assuming real here, then yeah, I'll try it every once in a while. Probably once a set, maybe at most.
To get a decent one.
Come on, BB, do it now. There you go.
It's not a great BB, but it's okay.
Banana bread.
The problem is the other SDA is not in, but he can't.
Oh, that sucks.
So here I've got memorized all the reels, which is your problem. Like in situations like that where only one convo is real and there are only 3 people in it, I'm absolutely going to memorize who the reels are.
It was a fingerprintable drink too. BB might have.
There's the one fingerprint again.
Yep.
I am aware of that fingerprint. I'm particularly aware of that fingerprint because I was worried about it being BB Purloin as well.
Oh, there we go. That's the action priorities.
Action priorities.
I mean, I think I did want to bug in that conversation. I just didn't want to do it then.
Yeah.
It was going to be one of those situations where I was going to bug in your face again, but that was just not the time.
Yeah, I'm probably paying more attention to that than I otherwise would, because I wouldn't consider that situation dangerous, obviously, because that bug's never going to take in a million years, so I don't need to guard it. But there I'm looking at you perhaps more than I should, because you're one of the 3 people that was a real DA.
Yeah.
It was really strange seeing him.
I think that's 3 shakes of my camera so far.
It was like 4-2 at the beginning.
There's one. I think it's on gallery or something where I was really like freaking out about something or other.
Kaylee apparently is
maybe ballroom. I don't remember. I was really freaked out.
Missing that Purloin must have been a big wake-up call. He could have responded one way or the other, and I think he probably snapped out of it because that was very uncharacteristic.
I think the commentators overrate the amount to which I'm discomfited by like having a hard tell like pass me. Like, I think the comment earlier of like, you know, I'll take my like 70% chance. I think that's the thing to apply to the mindset. Like if I have one of my strengths as a SpyParty player, and I have plenty of weaknesses, but one of my strengths is that tilt doesn't really apply to me. I don't really like. I could be down like, you know, 9-0 at this point. I'd be.
Oh, here it comes. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. I did it again. Yeah.
So, okay. So that's when I noticed the Purloin as well, because I low-lit Toby. The commentators go on and how bad of a move this is, and I wholeheartedly agree in hindsight.
Well, I mean, it's Yomi, right? It's like, am I going to do that again after making my
yeah.
point once?
So yeah, that was my point. After this game, I believe I sent a message to you saying, "Oh, why would you do that twice?"
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
that's why. I really didn't want you getting like these lowlights. Like I really didn't want that. I can't win if I give you those lowlights. So I really wanted to drive the point home. I think after this, I do it once more in the whole set.
I don't think I fall for it a third time.
Yeah, no, you don't fall for it after that. But at that point, I'm like, I'm okay. I'm okay like giving that up one more time, just to make absolutely clear that I'm willing to do this at any time during this set.
I think part of the reason, like, why I felt comfortable doing it, well, not comfortable, but I feel like, just in SpyParty in general, I'm really conservative about my lowlights. Oh. Yeah, but I'm conservative about my lowlights a lot of the time, and I don't lowlight the Spy very often, and I felt like I had to change something to play against you in order to, like, get a game over you. So I feel like this whole set I may have been a bit aggressive, but definitely after this game I really started going back into my old habits of being conservative and stuff like that, and I think that ultimately cost me.
Maybe. I mean, I've won like 6 in a row at this point. But after you go back to like kind of more standard issue play, you start basically splitting the games with me again, more or less, for the rest of the set.
That map is a really slow map.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't really think those like the 6 game like that. Those last 6 games are kind of like the difference in this match. Like I don't think they're necessarily due to you being like too aggressive. Like there's an action priority BS in there. There's like a AI's please, like balcony game in there. Like there's a lot of luck stuff in there, and there's the DAs. Those have been like kind of the deadly things so far.
Even then, I don't know if I would have won those games anyway. So
you might not have. Yeah, exactly.
Right here, I think he needs a sweet ballroom to stay in this.
I agree. Yeah.
I remember this game.
Caley just has this ridiculous head of steam, and I mean, look at that. I mean, that game that by any rights, literally a 400 game player in a normal game would usually catch him for what he did. But, at the high levels, you get the back and forth, you get the Yomi, you get the assumptions about the fake and the reals. Sometimes something that a new player would catch.
I would be really, really hoping for a behind-the-back bug if I were you in this.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've wanted to pull...
I see your camera, like, tilting over there, like, yes.
I've wanted to pull off a behind-the-back bug several times during this set.
It's so jarring if you're a magician. You see afterwards, wow.
I mean, if I'm not highlight, I feel like I can get away with that against you most of the time.
Oh, that's a free. Well, maybe not from this angle where I'm sitting right now, but from like any other angle, that's a free bug. In any case, I'm just coincidentally at that angle, behind the back bug opportunity is long past. But from most angles, that's just a free bug if you get it, especially on this map.
Yeah, I said earlier that my Little League coach said, "Wait till he gets a strike on you." Well, we have the equivalent of 3 strikes on you, and you're sitting back in the dugout wondering what happened.
Yeah. And Magician, like the last game, is he swung out.
Is there a fingerprint on the statue?
But he does have a green purloin going.
There it is, yeah. And, so that's 1 fingerprint again. That's 3 times I've gotten 1 fingerprint.
So the purloin chain here is pretty silly. I'm having a really hard time seeing the tray. There we go. And I have, I think, about like 4 or 5 or 6 people that could be the low light. Or that could be the purloiner, so I don't have as close a grip on this purloin as I usually like to, but I get enough information out of it.
He's not neutral lighting or low lighting Magician.
But here's the thing, check this out. 1 more inspect does it, 1 more fingerprint. He could do a silent game. Decent chance that Caley's going to want that BB.
I feel like if I go to statues, though, I die. And
I think I agree, because I know you've been once. I think I have that control of that fingerprint.
But, I mean, if he's the only highlight
and the worst part is, I think I go to statues anyway.
So
yeah, I mean, it's hard to say what to do here, right? Like, maybe you get a fingerprint and do a DA?
Yeah.
Don't BB, right? It has to be one or the other.
Like, I think DA fingerprint is probably best. So here's the bad thing. So DA, I really think it's actually Carlos at this point, I think. In part because Boots was hard to see. Yeah, I was proud of that low light because that was important. Pearls was definitely a suspect prior to that.
He wants the statue.
This is probably gonna do it. This is probably.
So here I'm like, I have to shoot general, right? But I'm gonna count. I'm gonna wait 10 seconds after I think inspect is done, and see what Carlos does because I think it's really potentially still Carlos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get that timing quite right, but I was You don't want to err on the side of too
just
late.
mathematically from the sniper
And
point of view,
unlike
this can
other
pass
games,
and
I
stuff,
feel like I wanted to
Purloin
get
is
the
done,
fingerprint, but
BB
the
is
only
done,
fingerprint I
and
saw was
Baby
at
you
that
assume Steve is
statue.
finished, or
I mean, on
That's
the
four
right
missions.
statue
Yeah.
there, and there was
Right.
no way I was going to
I think
statues
the thing
and the
about Purloin
fingerprintable
is,
statue.
even though he wasn't
In
away
either case, I think my
completely, he was one
reaction
of
is the
several
same. Like,
people.
if you get a
If
fingerprintable
Purloin's
object,
gone and
as
you
long
get
as it's
BB,
one that I notice,
he's gonna shoot somebody.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
again
And
just
if you
wait
time the BB
and
well, there's
then
a really good chance
shoot
it's
you
not
if
gonna be you.
Carlos doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm again
So
could be
I-
wrong
I
about
think
that
you're
shot. It
absolutely
could
right. I
still
think probably
be
could've,
Carlos.
waited on
But
the
like I
fingerprints,
would rather
boy,
shoot you
I don't
and
know.
or rather
We
shoot
have
the
print,
general in
and
that
this is the
situation
second
and
game
shoot
where
the
we saw
AI
him
if it is an
where he
AI.
went,
Yeah.
He didn't finish the mission.
Yeah, just most of
and
these
I wanna
games,
say that
I
if he either
start
not
fingerprint and
made
I just
or had
forget
not
about it
finished
for the
mission,
rest of the
he
game,
would've spent the
and
rest
that
of the
was
game waiting for
one.
of those
I think that
missions
was
to
like one of the main
You know,
things
so you
that
could-
lost me.
Yeah, I
so
mean, doing more fingerprints
could've
might have
been really
helped.
strong fingerprint BB, and
In
then
a
Keely
couple
said,
of the
"Oh, that guy
situations,
still
you
has
got
this
fingerprints
mission
that I
to
didn't see, to be sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
I don't know.
that's a
And
really
that's
excellent point
unfortunate
about starting
since
fingerprint
that was
twice
like
and
one
not
of the
two years.
games I realized
And it's just
fingerprint
so
was an
brutal
option,
because
and it was
I
just a
know
very
you can pick
unfortunate
whatever. Let's be honest,
opportunity
that's the
to,
one you're
because
gonna
it was
stand
at the
by the most,
statue.
for a
Is this
variety
the one
of
where I'm
reasons.
tapped? I think it
Information
is.
about it, and you only do the briefcase
We'll
once.
see.
I think
This is the one where I go for the
very
like
different
ultra
step right now is
cheesy
he made a
bug.
point to finish fingerprint rather than go to
I
some of
think.
the other missions.
yeah. And what are we looking at now? It's like 10 to 5, I think.
Yeah, it's 10 to 5.
10 to 5,
brutal.
and Kaylee, or you know, whoever hits 13 wins. Magician has to win 7 games. Kaylee only.
Yeah,
needs
exactly,
2.
Falcon. I will shoot AIs that are suspicious every
That's
time.
just an awful
I don't want
decision.
spies like going like, oh, I can do inspects and a bunch of soft tells and you can't shoot me.
Yeah, especially given the position that he was in earlier. You know, frankly, looking like he was in control of the game. But I
Yeah,
think
the
what we're
bug that
seeing
I
right
try
now
on this
is
map
really
is
adjusting
probably
to the
not
BB
something I should be
and
doing
Magician
against
refused,
elite players.
or decided not to.
I
Yeah, and
don't
it's- I mean,
know.
it's
I
unfortunate
know it was
because,
just unfortunate
those
that
are
I was looking
very
straight
strong
at it when you did it.
decisions for
Yeah,
Magician
I mean,
there, right?
there's a
Like,
theory. Well, we'll talk about it
it's
more when
not
it
like
happens, but there's a theory behind it,
assuming that
and
the BB is
Maybe
really
not
strong,
with Taft,
it's
maybe.
very strong,
yeah,
but
Taft is
it's
pretty big
strong.
dude, not to be sure.
It is,
To be
right.
sure. Maybe I need a
But
little bit
again,
better
I think
cover
the
too, but I just was
Oh my god, the pathing.
Yeah, that was
He loaded
sick
the spy
pathing.
for it
There's
once,
no way I saw
and
that,
did
though.
it again anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not, that's kind of a weird AI path because if I were I am the
Yeah,
spy,
and
but
now once-
the spy move in that situation would be to see that you're into pathing trouble and stop in the convo, and I decided to
And if-
power
if
through it.
Kaylee, you know, BBs and Magician
So it's
and
bad
Magician
pathing, but it's
really
kind of
just
AI like bad pathing a little
you can
bit.
see it in the log.
I
Well,
buffered
I'm
for a
not-
bit.
I'm
Never gonna
Lowlights
take this
again
bug.
after the BB.
Never ever gonna take
Yeah,
that
we
bug. That bug is like 100. That's like a classic die against an elite
Right.
player bug
That's-
because you're like,
that's
oh, I
very
have a good
classic.
angle. I'm gonna do the bug,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
but you have no cover and you're like being stared at.
Oh, I'm buffering. Hold on, I'm gonna pause for a second.
Okay.
What time are you at?
I am paused on 3:17:15.
Alright, let me fast forward a bit.
Yeah, no problem.
This is the part where my...
Everyone should cheer for Magician.
Yeah.
Again, I'm the heel in this situation.
When are you gonna play more WWE 2K16 on your stream?
Good question, man. That's a good question. I need to do that.
Alright, I'm gonna refresh the VOD and see if it helps. I think this is the part where my internet is dying a little bit. Let me know if the stream is suffering.
So hard.
Alright, so 3:17:15. Alright, you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, well,
Because there's so many
okay,
games
there we
left to
go.
play, and it's going to be hard for Kaylee to not win 3 of his sniper games.
Yeah. Here's the stupid bug.
Right,
So the theory here is usually snipers don't look for bugs that are across the conversation. Like if the spy is facing the AMBA, except on
Kaylee doesn't
pub,
change
like
his
you can't
strategy
really do
too much,
that.
But I've seen little flickers of it when he has a big lead in a set like this. You'll
I'm buffering again.
Okay, let me know if you want to pause.
Yeah, let's pause.
All right, I'm gonna pause on 3:17:50.
Alright, I'm debating whether I should lower the quality of the VOD, but I think the stream
It
already
usually
doesn't look
doesn't
great.
help. I
Yeah.
find. Just like wait a second and then try it again.
Okay.
see him do things like shoot for. Ooh, there goes the bug. Wow. And I think he got away with it. He'll do things like shoot for white, BB, things that he can afford to be right about 30 to 40% of the time. You know what I mean? And just press.
I'm just rewatching. There is no way you got away with that. Because I remember, and then going to center statues didn't help anyway. Are you ready?
Yeah, hit me. Are you at 3:17:50?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Because that's what I mentioned earlier. He'll take that 60% or 51% advantage and just grind you down with it.
And I think I shoot you after 10 seconds.
He can afford
Probably.
to try to frame people.
Did you see the bug? It's a good call.
Take cheap shots, not give them away, but do those things that.
I think my intention there was actually to inspect swap.
Shot for the bug, I believe. Magician low lit the ambassador immediately after the bug.
I missed it.
Yeah, that was a misclick. I was going to.
So
I
maybe
think.
I'll see something more convenient.
Oh no, I don't remember. I know that low lighting the amber was a misclick.
Give himself those extra few seconds when so many
I don't know
people
why
don't
though.
understand to
I would have
shoot,
low
be
lit
done
because
with it.
if I was aiming for you, I wanted to highlight you or something. I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
Gotcha.
You can be patient until you're either 100% certain or 100%, certain, or until you have to shoot. Right? There's no reason just because you're like at 99% that you need to shoot right there. They still need to finish missions.
Right. Now, there are two conflicting arguments. One is that at this point you need a psychological edge. I don't know if it's going to work, but sometimes nailing someone for something immediately can get in their head a little bit. I don't think that's going to happen here. The other one being, of course, that you don't want them to know why you shot. So sometimes.
And again, just to add on to the commentators, the important reason to me is to make sure that some other suspect doesn't go and do something stupid, helldodge or some other shot. Because that's free. I mean, why do that? Why not take that time if you know you have it?
You're trying to set the tone a little bit, but at this point, there's no fooling anyone with this game lead.
Oh boy, don't stutter. Okay. Pause it again.
Pause it again. It's okay. I empathize, because this happens to me.
I haven't streamed in a while, so of course problems would appear.
Oh, naturally. And I'm at 3:19:30.
Alright.
He's just gonna have to win some spy games straight up, and it doesn't really matter what he does as sniper that much.
Yeah, and it's really rough on him because he chose the sniper friendly versions of Kaylee's maps,
right?
Which is
okay. What time did you say again?
3:19:30.
All right.
And whatever you want to count it down.
I'm gonna wait until I see some white protruding from the VOD.
Probably a good idea.
Come on, you can go, little guy. Come on. I guess while we wait, we can talk about prediction. Who's in the Diamond Division next season?
It will be the same, only no scientist and Kletos instead.
That's right. Okay. Man, I have no idea where Kletos is gonna fit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Kletos. I'm mostly used to seeing playing and beating players at the at platinum level.
Yeah.
He hasn't. He was promoted into platinum after the Bloom and Bacon Corporation was promoted to diamond. So I don't really know.
Yeah.
I haven't played Kletos myself in a long time either, so I don't know. I think he's an unknown quantity.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't think I would be in the top 2 at the beginning of the season. I think most people, including me, had me on the bottom 2.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say, and I think you did really well.
Yeah.
You did real well this season. You just took such good shots throughout the whole season. I think your spy play was good, but your sniper plays was particularly impressive.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with most of the games. It was just this final one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and study a bunch of Kletos games. I haven't played them in a long time.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
I'm just gonna. I'll say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I respect Kletos. I love him. It can't be worse than Scientist, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Worse than Scientist.
Oh yeah. I think that was one of the major reasons why I thought it was going to be bottom 2 was because I thought Scientist would just blow everyone out of the water.
Yeah. Scientist, I'm not saying I'm happy to play Kletos. I'm saying I'm happy I don't have to play Scientist. I'll say that.
Exactly.
Right.
3, 2, 1, go.
It's just going to be really hard for him to win his spy.
Right.
Like he's going to split these maps most likely, right? But that means nothing to him. Like he needs to win every map from here on out.
So
I think I
another
missed
early
this
fingerprint.
briefcase.
Let's see if he actually pays
There's
off
the
this
one
time.
fingerprint again.
Did you only do the one? Oh man.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think I finished
Because
fingerprint
if
at
it's
all
just
of this
you
set.
with the
That's
briefcase
such a
and an
good
AI, the
fingerprint.
AI might
Yeah.
confuse
Like you
and
take
that's
the
a hard
briefcase, you
call.
stop behind a pillar correctly, and you put it down, and I don't even
But
see
it
it.
didn't
Yeah.
happen. It was luckily his turn.
A
to
little
It's
toss.
more
just, I
micro
think it's going to be one of those games where I just
Oh,
forget
yeah, I
fingerprints.
hate
Also
that.
behind
I
the
hated
pillar,
that.
so it's not.
Banana Man earned my ire for that.
Why is-
Kaylee's not looking. Kaylee's not looking at all, I don't think.
So I got Purloin Bayou,
Oh, I
which
think
I'm
he's
pretty
missing
sure
it.
I
Oh, he
felt
sees
good
the
about.
tree end. He sees him finish
Yeah,
the tree.
I was so lasered in on Banana Man.
because he was busy
But now I know
highlighting
it's not him, because,
sections.
yeah,
he doesn't
yeah,
know.
Purloin, I'm busted.
And then I think I
Rattle off a bunch of rando lowlights and just hope it's not people who are over there.
do something stupid. Yep, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the problem, though. You were looking. I was paying attention to where your laser was. You were looking on the right side, low lighting a whole long time.
Yeah.
If I did that sooner, I feel like I would have gotten away with
Yeah,
it.
if you just go bang immediately, you get away with that.
I just hesitated too long, and I felt really bad because I was almost certain I got Purloin off.
After that.
Yep.
You got
Yep.
a hard
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was really freaking out. I was like, I was so worried about Banana Man there, because he did a really, really, really bad briefcase. And I was just like, Banana Man, Banana Man. And I was like, oh crap, this has gone low light people, panic, panic.
Yeah. It's
By the
hard
way-
to say no, but you should always prepare your bugs.
That would have been 2 in a row, and it would have been Kaylee missing another Purloin.
I think I get away with the quick swap here, but I think you give me, like...
Nope, I don't notice the swap at all.
Oh, okay. You knew I was there?
No, I didn't notice you there at all.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And I think that, yeah, that's what won you.
For an early book visit.
No, I don't know why I low lit you there.
Green swap though, and I don't know if he caught it.
Yeah,
Kaylee
I didn't catch you even at statues, and you get low lit. No, you don't get low lit. I just don't low light or highlight anyone new.
Let's see if he starts low.
Yeah, here I'm thinking I may be a little bit of a suspect, so I'm going to put this book back.
Well, he would have
Oh,
seen
he's
it
gonna
just
get this
then.
flirt.
As soon as I
This
notice,
is risky. This is
Well,
risky
But
right there, what I did.
There is a tell with waiting that long that it's meaningless.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, as
Especially in the
Casey
face of
points
that
out,
swap.
that was a risky flirt.
He's either almost positive who it is, or he has
so
no
the
idea.
problem with
And
me
doesn't even
highlighting
know.
for statues,
not even
because
know
it's just
highlight.
become something like
Here's the
a
question.
normal
Does he
habit,
not know who
I
swapped, or does he not know
pretty
who
much
swapped?
forget what
That's a huge
statue they're
difference.
standing at.
But yeah, there's
So,
a big difference.
When I see
would
the
think
swap,
that,
I just look at my
if not, then a swap
highlights
is probably
and
a better
don't
situation.
highlight anyone else, and I don't
Because then he's less
try
likely to
and
shoot
remember
something
who's at what
correctly.
statue, and
But
it's
he's
just
more
really
likely to
bad.
go
And then you
out.
win,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Passed up several clear lowlights right in front of him to swoop across the map.
Yeah, the reason why I swoop across is because I'm just looking at my
He only got
highlights at
one
this
out of
point.
4 or 5 were in front of him.
I was lucky
Yeah, you
that
probably
my
wanted to see
banana
what
split
the
wasn't seeing them.
suspect was doing during
Yeah.
the BB.
Yeah, that makes me think. And actually, I think he swooped over to look at Blondo. I think it was.
Here, the
makes
plan,
me
I think, is just
he's
flirt
not,
and dump the book somewhere.
Not
Yeah.
in the
In
right
some
space
order or
to win
another.
this game.
All my
I
neutral
think
lights
he's
are
looking at
essentially
maybe
low
Blondo or
lights
someone
right
else.
now.
And you're right. To give up those lowlights, to not take advantage of them on Panop where you really need them at this point, he must really have someone in mind. And the way he keeps going back to where Blondo is, it really makes me think it's Blondo.
Yeah, I'm feeling that too. It could just be that 3 of his highlights are on that side of the screen, and
Now they
that
are.
watching that feels really efficient to him, but you've got to look at your neutral lights. Like, it's so easy to watch your highlights. You should be watching neutral lights most of the time, I think.
That's a good point.
I was really careful about animation
But here,
breaks through most
Bondo
of the
isn't doing
set.
anything,
Like here, I put this book back correctly, I believe. Yeah, well, I was a little late, but
there's another mission. All he needs to do is.
I was roughly correct about
And
my
if
my
Magician can't
animation
shoot for
timings.
a neutral
Yeah,
light, it's not shooting, it's over.
there's no way I'm as
And
good
that's
as it as
probably visiting
Bloom,
around a
but
minute left,
I've
with
I mean,
tried to
oh,
get
you
better
can
at that.
just bug too.
Oh, you get away
I mean,
with it
it's
like
good
really
to
clean. There you go.
Oh, he goes for it. He takes it.
Yeah, that's an impossible bug to see a lot of the time.
There's no way that.
But
Magician
yeah,
can shoot him.
I've tried getting better at
I
watching
think
those
either was
like
fine.
on
So
balcony.
immediately go to step 2,
It's just
maybe
really
go
hard
pilot,
for me, and
that
I
would
don't
be a better
know.
choice.
I'm talking about like the
Either
sipping
option works.
breaks
And now Magician
and
needs to
and
see
stuff
where
like
Magician
that, and
forward
it's
that
just
brutal
it's
type.
really hard because when it
Isn't that
happens, it
13?
happens. Like I
I think
don't.
that's 12.
It just
Pretty sure.
It's really hard.
Okay.
Like,
So
the only
one more,
animation
for
breaks
Kaylee.
that
Yeah,
I
Magician's got a long
think I
road
watched
ahead of him.
against
We
you
are
was
going
Stop
to Magician's
Talking, because I
now,
know you
which is
don't
Balcony.
do that a lot.
I'm a noted
Balcony is
fan of stop
swingy.
talking.
It's
Yeah.
very
Even when
swingy.
people know what's coming from me, I like to do it.
So
It's just so good if you get
really,
away with it.
I got to root for Magician on this one. I at least want this to be a little closer.
I do too. And you know, you like to see.
Oh, thanks for giving me hope, guys.
various things, too.
Falcon in the original chat pointing out that I am doing one etiquette thing incorrectly, and that's I'm taking books to paintings windows, starting reading, and then pathing directly out.
Yeah.
Which is lazy. You should definitely do the stop reading. Don't do that at the actual bookcase, of course, but everywhere else you need to put the book down before you walk away.
Yeah, it's.
I don't think I ever do that because nobody looks for that.
Yeah, no one pays attention to that, right? So you can be lazy a lot of the time, but you shouldn't be.
Just being here playing against Kaylee is a big deal.
Yeah, back to
Coming into this
oh god, this map.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. There was definitely some argument about that. Kaylee is more consistent. Oh, low light for early drink take.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Yeah,
I think you win this map, so you eventually bring me back up.
Yeah, I think I did. I'm not sure why I low you there. I don't think it was for early drink take though.
They're just, you know, 10 ranks higher in everyone else's mind. I think we saw that with Pyres. I wasn't surprised.
I think I was using some jank behavioralism strategy that I don't remember now.
Until he showed up in gold this year.
I mean, it's Balcony, you have to use behavioralism, but I was using some kind of janky assumption.
He's definitely one of those guys like Bloom last year who has put himself in.
Come on, Flirt, what are you doing? Flirt. No, what? What was that?
But it's just
I think this was
showing
action
here,
priorities.
For sure. I gotta say, when he was up 5,
Yeah, low light, bring you back. Yep.
Yeah, I really thought there was an excellent chance he was gonna win. And
Yeah, it was looking really good.
Yeah.
Now you're
Kaylee,
suspicious. Yeah.
lost that.
Oh, action priorities, why?
Loss for Kaylee.
This is the fun balcony game. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a very big loss.
A game where he was way ahead and
he
lost
should have won
only
it.
By right, way ahead and lost only by missing a
win.
hardtail.
Yeah.
That's the worst possible.
I don't know if I was way ahead there in that veranda game.
But it didn't end up mattering.
Definitely had missions left to
turned
do.
this balcony game back around. Had Magician low lit for a good.
God, I hate this map.
Magician, unfortunately, early on missed a flirt at windows. He arrived a little too late.
And that's
So blue dress probably not. I'm thinking right now, unless she like walks into flirts
Not die,
immediately.
but he needs to.
I'm like,
Oh yeah,
from you.
this is the bug. This is the bug, right?
Yeah, this was the greatest of all time bug right here.
And hope that somebody else.
Yeah, I should have known because no one
that's a hard-
talked.
He did
Yeah.
it wrong. The AI.
I like how you go around the whole season.
It was such a bad path.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I was so yeah. As I noted at the time, I was staring at you during that bug path, going, "That's okay. Here comes the bug. This is gonna be a bug."
It was.
You walk by and I'm like, "I didn't see a
I
bug."
mean, it's a good-looking bug,
And then
but it's
overtime, and I'm like, "Well, shit. I must have missed like a talk from one of these people." I was staring down that bug.
It's actually hard to see.
Yeah, I totally expected to get shot there.
That was such a good bug. Look at it again.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Like the wrong arm.
sort
Oh,
of
Yeah.
path.
Beautiful.
Though. I mean, just the path itself should just.
yeah. I should have shot for the path
Really
probably, but
Did
I don't know, man. I was looking for the bug and I didn't see a bug. You know.
He did. No.
Hashtag the comeback is real.
He talked it like.
I was like, what's more likely? I missed a bug while staring directly at it, or somebody talked while I was doing that.
So it may not have been snaps.
I mean, none of us are too good to not.
I think the commentators point out, or someone in chat pointed out that a behavioralist would probably
Yeah, but I
shoot
mean,
that.
if you're the sniper,
Probably.
you
Yeah.
have to be prepared for the overtime. Like
I
that's the whole reason you went down to.
It's
that
really hard for me to shoot it for a bug if I'm looking right at it and I don't see it.
Now,
But,
Magician needs to win 2 more before I even start to entertain the thought
of a comeback,
right?
Yeah, this is a huge comeback. You can't lose a single game, which is just. I don't want to say impossible.
I'm pretty sure I noticed the time ad.
Nearing impossibility.
Any time ads for the 3rd time against Magician.
And if I didn't notice the time ad right away, I'm pretty sure you're the only one who went to Windows except Brown Dress. But I think I noticed it at this point.
Zooms in a lot on balcony.
So this is just another delayed shot.
And that's getting away with a time ad on balcony is just so good because now every character who visits Windows and checks their watch, Magician might accidentally shoot them.
Yeah, balcony is probably the map where time ads are most underrated.
And you get so much more time for flirting. AI are going to be doing more talking as well.
It really depends on the AIs though, because of like they said, it depends like if they go to Windows or not.
Kaylee's position is that
Kind of depends on the sniping style. If you accumulate lowlights over time, it doesn't help a lot, unless the spy also like idles or does whatever it takes to.
Yeah. But he won't be. He
got a
doesn't need to
fingerprint.
join that character again.
Do you do the one fingerprint
That's what
again?
he's gonna do.
I think my plan here is
Wonder,
to
now,
win via
first of all, I wonder if
fingerprint.
he wanted to go silent, but it's probably gonna be a no. Yeah, he wants to go without the flirt entirely.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's-
white though.
White BB is tough.
Like I'm just praying for like a second fingerprint take or something, but yeah, no dice.
Could he have been done by that point? From Magician's point of view, probably not. He only talked once.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Magician's won 2 in a row now, and obviously still in a lot of trouble. But it really makes some of those close losses we saw earlier really brutal because you flip just
Yeah.
one or two and this is very much a game.
I think
At the
maybe at
time, you know,
most
it's down
it
10
would
to
have
5 or something,
been
right? And it already feels like it's over.
10.
Well, you see that it's not because if he won
10.
one,
It might,
of
oh, I don't
those,
know.
You know, 9-6.
Yeah, I mean, if you win 2 of those games, it's 10-10.
Yeah, but on the other hand, Caley lost a game that he should have won as well. So if we flip all of the
Sure.
close games around,
True.
I'm not sure I
we're-
should have
we're
won that
still
game.
in a similar situation.
I agree, but I guess what I
That
mean
was sick
is,
bouncing
you
by the
probably
AI
should
there.
go down 10 to 5 to think, yeah, whatever, YOLO. But you really shouldn't because you just don't know.
Yeah.
You gotta fight to the end, you know.
Yeah, and Magician, I guess, unsure enough about how to play this that he actually just leaves AI control for a bit while he.
I always leave AI control on for a bit, so that's
The
nothing
highlight
new.
of the match for Magician so far was on Veranda. Let's see if he can duplicate it.
Yeah, but Caley playing his favorite map.
There's
Or
not a
second
lot
favorite,
going on in
Panop's
this side of the
favorite.
map, so I
I
probably
think so,
have to
yeah.
walk over
I
there.
mean, I don't know what he claims is his favorite.
Unless, oh, do I go for cheese? I think I try to go for cheese.
Panop's my favorite. I know that much.
You're definitely looking at
I'm
it.
like from Yellow Danger, which is why I'm over here. Yeah.
yeah, that's.
But now Amba and Toby are on this side, so you're definitely going to be staying
Yeah,
here.
I'm watching pretty
I don't
close.
think he's gonna lose to a Purloin this match.
No, I don't think so either.
And Magician, I gotta say, Magician just looks gun shy to me right now. Puts that book back, hasn't done.
I don't know
anything.
about that.
think he's just-
Well, I mean,
That was a sensible choice, to be honest with you.
Yeah, both Toby and
Remember,
the
he
Amba are on
started
that
with,
side,
5
like,
to 3,
so.
He started off
That's
winning
just good
5 to
spy
3,
play.
and he was playing really slowly.
That's true. I will say that it was.
My mindset has definitely changed, though, throughout the course of these games.
If it's not, then you're not playing the game right. Is
Yeah.
what I would say.
Conversation, talk a little, then leave. But he usually didn't hang around too much. He's
Well, he
definitely killing
picked
a
up.
little more time.
I think he picked up like 3 books that one game.
I think I'm back over here to try to cheese again. Oh no, I just go to statues, which gets me highlight.
I mean, yeah, but it's not a bad highlight.
Yeah, I mean, at 2 minutes.
Oh, it's
it doesn't
fingerprintable,
feel like
too.
an early visit.
Mhm.
When you have nothing
There,
to
I
do,
think that's the one fingerprint again.
There you go. Yeah, I don't think I knew about that fingerprint.
Because it means you're gonna have the highlight when you do the hard tell.
Yeah, it's
Oh
hard to
god,
do
there's so many games where I couldn't do
because
fingerprint.
It's one thing to
Oh,
look at the clock and say
it
this is
hurts.
too early or this is a good time for a statue, but you also have to look at your missions. You can't be behind going to statues.
Right.
Not against a player like Caley anyway.
You have to expect that you're going.
There's something to be said for not being behind going into statues against me.
You have to get the fingerprint with it. And I
He
think
does
that's
get
But
the
I don't think you can just like lock yourself out of statues unless you're ahead of the curve.
I think he's done it 3 times now, right? Where he only had
Yeah.
one.
There's the green. He 2 flirts. That's going to help him save a lot of time potentially. He's mostly done with inspect and fingerprint too, but he's going to have to get a BB and a, I don't know, I'd say BB, Purloin, go into inspect, something. He's got to do a couple in a row.
Yeah, and meanwhile,
Time
Caley just had a highlight touch the Amba, and that character could have bugged.
Yeah, and he's got a few highlights now actually.
Yeah,
he does
so-
not add time.
Oh,
I
god.
really thought he was gonna.
I wanted to get in
he
between
needs-
them,
he
but
needs to
it repaths me.
Get moving.
He's requesting a drink.
BB
I don't like-
here-
Probably didn't matter,
I
but
don't like
still.
the position though. It's
Ever
really
since the
visible. It's
ever
not
since the
coverage,
pathing
not a big
update,
field-
I don't know if you noticed,
But
but you
he's just gonna
can't
do
get
it, and I think
into
he's
smaller
gonna do it right
spaces
here.
and conversations as
Oh
easily.
yeah, and he leaves. Caley sees the motion, even if he
Oh no.
doesn't
Oh
wanna check
no.
the
There it
list.
is.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
going to be
That is
the
it.
championship will go to
And
KrazyCaley,
that's it.
who
Wow.
defends
Yeah,
the title.
I was. I really didn't want to lose to Purloin again.
Did
not wanna
get
do it.
highlights? You mentioned one
Yeah.
could have bugged. I think a green maybe. Get away with.
I think we
maybe
can
the
stop it there.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't comment because we both hop on and start talking, and we don't want to commentate over ourselves.
Yeah.
Commenting.
But I don't know. Any final thoughts about the match at all?
Nothing I didn't say earlier. I mean, I was really happy that my fake BB strap paid off. I was pretty happy about my sniper play, spy play. I was just, doing my thing.
Yeah.
I suffered a few pretty nasty disappointments. I missed that Purloin because I was wrongly lasered in on red dress. The same thing almost happened to me again on that one Panop game, except I got lucky and caught that bug. let's see what else. What else sucked? A few strats I tried to spy, like I had way more confidence in them than I was justified in having, and you just straight up saw the bug or whatever.
Yep.
Like a bunch of times, and then delayed the shot. Like crap. And that made me feel like I'm having a really hard time getting things done against you. I thought it was a really good match.
Yeah, it definitely felt closer than 13-8. I don't think I realized how many games you won in a row until you got to like your 12th win, and I'm like, oh, he did win that many, didn't he?
Yeah.
But
that middle part sucked. I mean, there were like a lot of things went wrong for you in that middle part. Like that's like when the fake BB wins happened for me, and that's when like the just jank losses, that the RNG losses, as it were, happened for you.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I would have won, but it definitely the fake the AIs with the BB on the balcony game. Just the biggest mistake would had to be assuming those BBs were real by you. But even if that stayed and like action priorities didn't happen and just stupid stuff, I feel like
it's a much different set.
Yeah, it would have been a lot closer. I think I said this at the end of the actual stream, but I was disappointed mainly in my play because going into this match, I knew you were capable of doing a lot of things. I said this before, but I just ignored it as old habits settled in, and that includes the low lighting for the fake BBs, obviously, and just plays that I knew that you could do, and I just completely forget about once I'm playing the game.
Yeah, it's hard to like beat like your normal routine, like especially that's one of the reasons why when I'm going to play competitive, I try really hard not to play like non-elite players for a little while beforehand, because if I get used to it's like, oh, that's something I can like safely live life for, because like I'm going to do that, or I'm going to have a hard time not doing that against players I shouldn't do it against. So
and it does,
it's hard.
It doesn't help that like I think it's more well known now that you are a very flexible spy. Yeah. And that you are like I'd say you're one of the best spies in the game. I still consider my spy game to be pretty poor. I think I'm definitely a stronger sniper. And I mean, you might be a stronger sniper as well, but your spy play is definitely a lot better than mine.
Without subscribing to the rhetoric of that analysis, I think I would agree. I think your sniper is stronger than your spy. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's because your spy is bad. I think it's because your sniper is really, really, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of myself, I think in relatively speaking, obviously sniper's still going to win more games, but I think my spy is stronger than my sniper, relatively speaking. My sniping game is ultimately very predictable. It's camping. You know what the weaknesses and strengths are. I look to it to get enough wins. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like spy is probably where I'm a lot more different. Well, I mean, not many people camp anymore, do they? Not at a high level.
Yeah, I'm not really sure because, well, we got an influx of players when Ferret and Hummus played.
Not a lot of them are campers.
Yeah,
none of those went. I will follow in the path of KrazyCaley and do like the hardcore camping thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Ferret is definitely more behavioralist, and Hummus is more of a hybrid. But yeah.
Yeah, Ferret is kind of doing his own thing a little bit. He's like a very unique hybrid mix. He's
Yeah.
He really cares about he cares about the thing I care about, which is maximizing value out of stuff. But he cares about it in a different way. Yeah, Unseen definitely camps. That's true. Yeah.
But yeah.
But other than the camping thing, maybe now I feel like what most distinguishes me from other players is my spy play. I don't know if that means I'm stronger, but I'm different.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right. I think that's it. Thank you for joining me. This was kind of a pretty...
Yeah, thank you, Magician, and GG's again, man. That was a fun set to watch.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sorry about the stream quality. It wasn't the best, but hey...
Man, better than when I stream.
Hey, at least the internet didn't drop, so I'm happy for that. Right. Considering I don't stream very often. But I don't know if this is going on YouTube. I think Checker said he would be interested in it going on YouTube.
He has control over that, so I'll bug him after this.
Yeah. But thank you for watching, and hopefully we will see you guys for Season 3 coming after all the bunch of competitions happening in between.
Yeah, probably sometime in October, realistically, but maybe late September.
Yeah. Alright, thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you later.
Adios.